Can it be neutralized is the question. T-70 engaging, smoke being dropped, half-track coming on in, AC trying to kill it. Hello everyone, this is Greyshot17, and I'm so glad to finally be back doing a 4K replacement by an RNG god. This is a awesome patron who helps the channel out in an incredible way. So again, thank you to all my patrons who seriously support me, especially over the last few months where I've been trying to get new setup and everything else to get this thing running how I really want to be. And finally, even though this 4-bit patch caused some issues and everything, I think we're in a good state now where I can actually record this game in 4K in that setting. So we'll see. We shall see. Any capacity, if you want to support the channel, and you don't have to be a Patreon supporter to do so, just subscribe, like the video, really does help right now. And again, if you want to support or send a replay in, send to greyshotproductions@gmail.com. But after that little intro, oh, and check out my Twitch too, where I do replays live on Sundays typically. However, just, you know, sometimes there's tournaments that go on other things, but typically that's when I try to do any sort of replay. Let's get to this game. We got Trelegi, HMS, Rodney, 277, 15. On the Allied side, we have Katerin, Famacito, Totally From, and Killface. 2 Brits, 2 Soviets versus 3 Austere and an OKW. Looks like we have a lot of MGs pushing left with really no resistance or forces in that sector. Looks like most of the forces are in mid, which again I can see why the Allies trying to focus on grabbing the munitions and the center star while most of the Allied forces battle on right. But doesn't look like it's going that well. Unfortunately, it looks like this Soviet player totally, I almost want to say totally spies, which is notorious for starting all sorts of fetishes. It's an animated show for reference. From Canada, of all things. Yeah. A lot of Canadian shows. Just very weird. You also got some others, like 16 and, of course, Total Drama Island. There's a little fact for you. Meanwhile, while I say that, we got some Pioneers being suppressed. Volk Squad's building some cover for the MG. Allied forces still holding the fuel and the star, which is more important because as long as they're holding that, VPs go down and the early lead goes to the Allies. So really good hold there. We got Katerin trying to hold mid, being flanked though by a very smart Grenadier squad moving around, although a second MG is in position. Love how he's capturing the point too while holding off. Grenadiers immediately see their position and run for the hills. Makes sense. You want to make sure you get out of there and make sure you don't want to lose any units in a situation where you know it's untenable, and there's no way he would have held that. Meanwhile, Assault Grenadiers are moving in. Famacito going B4. If anyone has been a longtime fan of this channel, you know I always love that. Now, they also have special weapons, so we do have a kind of a direct strike. It's okay, but Croc is very good. And again, some other very good support. And Tank Hunter is not too shabby, although yet to deploy that. Totally From has gone defensive. Anti-tank Overwatch is really powerful at stopping large armor pushes and pushing back enemy in the sector, so that's also good. Plus you get some good MGs and have some good support equipment. So in this situation, if you don't want to go support weapon Campania and instead go something else, it's actually more beneficial to do so. But this case he went with a standard Maxim, which is fine, but if I was him, I would try to get a Dushka. I think going with a heavier infantry build, maybe with conscripts, and then going for it might have been a better play. 15 has gone with those Assault Grenadiers via Mechanized Assault Doctrine. Again, very good if they get close range. Problem is they lack AT support. Soviets placing mines, but I think the Grenadiers are going to see that. Maybe? I think they'll see that. Oh, it's a demo. I'm sorry. So yeah, in certain positions, Grenadiers can absolutely see that and try to remove it with a rifle grenade or just shoot it. But it looks like they won't have the opportunity to and get pushed back. By the way, I have strategic zoom on, so I can see a little further out, which is very nice. Meanwhile, we have some more battles going on. Panzer Fusiliers are on the field, which can only mean breakthrough. Okay, another doctrine can be brought in, but breakthrough is more likely, I would say. Because man, oh man, people love that Yag Tiger. Which I can't blame them. It's a big, long-barreled heavy tank that, or tank destroyer, that will absolutely destroy a lot of allied armor. Unfortunately, it looks like the OKW was unable to kill that conscript, who barely makes it out alive, so Famacito living. double mortar support is now very vulnerable with some British infantry trying to hold the sector. We have an MG. Good support by the Allies, totally coming in to save the day and suppress that infantry, which stops them in their tracks. It will most likely force them back. And that's exactly what is going to happen. We do have some Austere support coming on in. I find this hilarious. They put this cover here. I'm assuming the Soviets maybe pushed them back and were able to grab it and put cover down so the enemy couldn't use it. That's the only thing I can think of. Meanwhile, Grenadiers are under fire. Most likely will be unable to take that point. Mortar is down, and again, that should be able to hold back the Austere mortar. Though, again, we'll see how effective that one is. It is hitting the building, but I think the mortar, especially being upgraded to a double mortar, should be more than enough to deal with it. Grenadiers and Assault Grenadiers going behind the lines. Very interesting play, attacking the Maxim, which is going to need to fall back. Luckily, he does retreat it. Again, so far, I like the retreat path. Unfortunately, I don't... that player, 15, may have, you know, absolutely got destroyed by that mortar, so Allied mortar support. Which, again, if they're focusing on these guys, this mortar could focus on them. Luckily, infantry section is now moving up, using the trees as cover to focus on the enemy mortar, and the Allies are pushing back, hopefully grabbing the star and also the munitions in the sector. Left side is completely open. Right now, that's in... Actually, what's weird, 27's over here, but 15 is the actual player that should be in this position based on how their bases are separated. So the fact that 27 is here, I'm surprised that he hasn't laid mines, barbed wire. Again, if you have time that the enemy is not engaging, that's a good moment to lay defenses, traps, anything you can do to cause the enemy more problems in your offensive their offensive capabilities. Any delay, even a small one, could be critical to holding certain sectors. Meanwhile, Grenadiers are taking over the munition point. Double mortar as well, so it looks like we're seeing a lot of heavy mortars. Demo might go off here. Looks like nope, he's able to escape. British infantry, though, moving on in. They are upgraded with Brents, and I think 5-man squads. No, they just have lower on health. He needs medics, and he doesn't have that yet. He is getting an AEC, but medics might be a little more beneficial. What is that? It's a field... Wait, what? Hold on, that's not right. What is that? Oh, it's a demo. I was like, what the hell is that? Mortar fire just absolutely destroys that support equipment. Be careful with the mortar fire in those demos. That could be very bad. Half track might face a conscript AT grenade, but yeah, he's actually going left. Goes over the demo again. I'm just like sweating every time I see that. Grenadiers moving on in. British infantry trying to hold back. A lot of infantry moving through. It looks like the Germans are using a combined effort, though. A great demo kills the Grenadier squad. Doesn't stop the Germans. They're like, we lost one squad. We got 5 more. We're fine. Half track is burning them alive. This is do or die right now for the Allies. Their positions are cracking. Infantry blob is holding the conscripts from going in, and they kill the MG, which can be used for either, you know, an MG or fuel for the Germans. Criterion, you're not wrong. That is a very nice blob. And if we look overall in the sector, we can see here there is an Assault Grenadier squad, an AEC, it's the British infantry, but no MGs right now battling. That MG gets decrewed. We do have AT support, which if he goes for the AEC, that could be hugely detrimental. No good. Holy goddamn! What a grenade! That light gammon bomb absolutely was worth it, killing a lot of infantry and forcing him back. Trilogy down to just 3 frontline troops, and even though the Allies lost a heck of a lot of their MGs, and what, 3 total in that whole attack, which is substantial, the Axis weren't able to capitalize on those advantages and either decommission or take them, which I would still say is probably a overall win. Wait, oh, he's going for the Maxim, right? It's okay. I would still say there's 2 left, so overall I would still say the Allies are in a decent position, but they still do not have mid. The Germans still have a decent amount of men in the sector, so we'll see if the Axis can hold on to that or the Allies can push them back. Maxim's holding right. Allies are now down with VPs. Anyone near armor? Okay, so we have tier 3 from Totally From, and Famacito also has tier 3, but he's getting a T-70. We already have a light armored vehicle with the AEC. Stuka is being made by Trilogy. HMS Rodney is again has the half track. Is he laying down mines? What is he doing? He's laying down a mine weirdly in the middle of his sector. I'm not a huge fan of that. I would be here or here, but not there because it's right near a bunker, and that could be very detrimental if a squad walks by. And especially if they're targeting the bunker, they could absolutely be crippling that position. Mortar hits neutralize the enemy mortar. British forces are pushing on in. We have Grenadiers coming on in, but they don't have anything to deal with that AEC right now, which is pushing on in. As a coaxial, its main gun does okay against infantry, not great. But the question is, can they push? Can they break that center? That's the question, honestly, right now. And right now, from what I am seeing, it looks like the Allies are barely going to hold the line, but they're not going to gain much. T-70 backing them up, but Stuka's coming on in. And the question is, were they hitting the mortar and the MG? Unfortunately, that is a big, heavy miss for the Axis. They need a recon of some sort for better sight. Okay, W has that. Rodney does have that. But Trilogy doesn't right now. He needs a medical facility for a plane, but also he doesn't have munitions. The Allies have both munitions, so he doesn't have the resources really for that. Good bundle grenade kills another conscript squad. Famacito, again, not doing great with his frontline troops. At least he has shock troops coming on in. But yeah, still not looking great in that regard. Wait, we also have Criterion going with Royal Engineer Regiment, so possibly AVRE could be brought up to the table. So very excited to see how that goes. T-70 currently battling or dealing with Rakenwerfer. He does back out, and luckily the Wood manages to take the hit. Recon from the counterattacks is allowing the Allies to see what the Germans are bringing to the table. Again, knowing what your enemy has and where they're moving is so important. Side note, I'm actually watching, or before I did this, I watched a video from History Buffs. He did he's reviewing great assault grenades. Like, again, the grenade assault was fantastic, killing a squad. But yeah, he's doing Midway, the movie that came out in 2019. It's made by Roland Emmerich, so I didn't want to watch it because I'm not a huge fan of his movies. You know, Godzilla, being a Godzilla fan, I feel like it's all I need to say, and everyone's like, yes, and also good British artillery pushing the enemy back. But yeah, he did the first part of the Midway movie, and it was really interesting because he goes so much detail on his stuff about what the movie gets right and wrong. So hey, go check out that video if you even haven't heard the channel. I mean, he only releases like once a year, so yeah, it's insane. But his videos are top notch. But anyway, MG and Pioneer Squad holding the sector and allowing for capturing munitions. The Axis have something, and they have a lot of infantry, so we could see a big push. But again, he's not using his fuel, which makes me think that he might be saving up for something bigger. Battle Phase 2 is being unlocked, so we'll see. We have a Panzer IV on the field moving on in. And most likely, based on how 27's been moving, he's going to fight in mid. Stuka's coming in. That looks better. 1 mortar hit, 2 mortar hit, and MG. So yeah, better, but no kills. Still, at least 10 models dead. So that's something. Panzer IV is moving into the sector. Recon, though, spots it. So maybe the Allies can move over some AT. Double Stuka, actually, right now from Trilogy. Really doubling down. That Panzer IV, I'm realizing, is in enemy territory. Hits the demo. Alright, offensive demo against armor. That did something, allowing possibly for an AT grenade to hit it. AC possibly going in with an AT gun as well, hitting the Panzer IV. Can it be neutralized is the question. T-70 engaging. Smoke being dropped. Half-track coming on in. AC trying to kill it. Going on in. Does get the kill. Excellent work. Oh, sorry, not the AEC. It was probably the AT gun in the back, right? Maybe? AC now. Oh my god, there's so much infantry coming on in. Mortar support trying to assist, but there's so much of it. AT gun, I believe, did get the kill. No, he didn't. Maybe, I don't know what got it. I'm honestly... Oh, maybe the T-70? Hot shit, T-70 kills the Panzer IV? What? Alright. That's my day. Anyway, the Blob is still advancing, killing a lot of Soviet infantry. British now the last line to hold and stopping his pocket from hitting a vital supply line. Half-track burning them, but they're still doing their best at holding. MG as well coming on in to suppress the infantry. Shock troops diving on in, though, taking a lot of casualties. Down to 2 models. He may not live, but doesn't matter. He's holding him back. Although it does matter. It's manpower you're losing, but still. Germans losing way too much and unfortunately have to pull back. Half-track as well pulling back. T-70 might give chase, AT support is... Hold on. Is there, so T-70 will have to worry. Stu coming in, but it's an E variant, so don't expect it to do too much. I say that, and it almost kills the T-70. Pack gun his last shot. Decrews it, not kills it. They can reman it, but they need smoke to get the hell out of there. And again, unfortunately, we are still taking some casualties on both sides. MG, surprisingly very low. Mortar comes in, absolutely kills the squad. T-70's decrewed. Famacito seriously down on men. Criterion still doing well, getting himself a Cromwell. Killface doing okay. He has a half-track. Stu comes in, or the pack, kills the armor, or it was probably the Stu with that. Maybe not. Something. Mortar support maybe kills it. I don't know. Whatever killed it, Axis don't have to worry about it any longer, which is good. They don't want to have to worry about that. They're just sick and tired of having to deal with allied armor, especially when it kills your Panzer IV. Let's see right now. We got another Panzer IV in development. HMS still has the half-track, and the Stuka looks like it took some hits. Again, why you want to pull it back. Though we did get veterancy over the guy with 10 kills, even though he has 7, so, you know, just saying. Conscript throws a AT grenade, doesn't do much. Katusha comes in, gets an excellent shot on the mortar. Lots of mortars this game. Ridiculous amount of mortars, which is good at killing infantry, and right now the Axis do have mid. Allies are down nearly 100 points. If the artillery can still keep coming down and neutralizing the Allied mortars, allowing the German mortars to just deal with the infantry, the Germans have a very good position in mid. Luckily, this artillery knocks that out. Fire coming down, hurting a lot of British positions. MG's on fire. The mortar pit's burning. Decent hit. It is now a Vet 1 ability, or I believe... Is it Vet 1? Yeah, it's interesting that the incendiary is now brought up so early, but it's still very, very good because, as you see right now, mortar pit not paying attention. Killface, it may lose it by fire. At the very least, he may not lose the mortar pit. It's still very crippled, and the other Stuka could kill it. The other Stuka is about to fire as well. Blob coming on in. Artillery gets a great shot on target, and again, gets a number of good hits in. Great job by the Soviets. And meanwhile, the Brits are coming in once again. And there is only an MG. Smoke, I believe, was dropped to try to circumvent the MG for the last kind of missed target. Still, the MG is pushed back. We do have some caches going down for at least the Allies, or cache going down for the Allies. Cache is going down for the Axis, which is very good for them, because overall, that allows them to gain a... Well, hold on. Oh, it's fuel. So yeah, they gain definitely a lead in fuel. Which helps if you're, you know, an Axis guy and you're like, I want to, you know, go for that big heavy tank if you don't mind. Can I do that? Heavy tank? Anyway, artillery comes in, does hit this position across the board, and the MGs are weaker, but luckily they live, surprisingly so. Meanwhile, the Panzer IV looks like backs off. Luckily, the Cromwell does have support with the 6-pounder, so in this engagement, he should beat him. But Pack is coming in from his allies, so Rodney doing very well. Though, I would say this, Axis have a lot of manpower. Unsure what they're using it for. He needs probably a few more men, maybe some support. Could be helpful. Great shot in the 6-pounder. Pack comes in, but Panzer IV very low. Does manage to gather. Half-track could be in harm's way. Recon providing sight. Oh, wait, they have to pull back because of the grenades. Great counter to the AT gun there. 6-pounder, though, does live. Shrek team is moving on up, though, by 15. Have to worry. But as long as he blobs, it makes it easier to deal with rather than being a smart blob and microing better. Stuka coming in, dropping fire. Well done. All right, I'm going to, you know, complain about you spamming Stukas. But that was a good hit. Forward position has been neutralized. Again, killing some infantry. And it looks like he's not... No, he doesn't realize the situation. So totally he's losing quite a bit. More artillery coming on in. Double mortar back. And looks like Totally's off the field, it looks like. Most of his forces are pulled back. He has no front line anymore. So he's in a real predicament. Allies have a lot of AT guns and support. Not a lot of front lines. What? Does anyone... I mean, like, he has a couple men. And I'll give credit. Like, Killface is more on the right, which leaves... Criterion the only person with a frontline force capable of advancing in mid. I'm not in an effective manner. I'm not saying an AT gun can advance, but if you're dealing with enemy blob, unless you get a lucky artillery shot, you can have some issues. I do love, though, how the Brits have a Soviet AT gun. That's quite nice. We have some special coming in, which is incendiary. I'm assuming hitting him on retreat, but his retreat path is going to be on left. Artillery and mortar support coming on in. Very close to killing the AT guns, but somehow they managed to live. Oh, wait, no, they're going to run through the fire. Oh, no. Is he going to kill anything? Does kill a squad. That's good. Good hit on the retreat. A couple more models lost. Great shot with the T-34. Almost killed. Can we get another one? T-34 does not care. Going for the running. I'd be so close to Stuka. If only he went for it. Alas, he diverts. Trying to kill infantry. Wait. Is he going to walk into the other? He walks. Wait. Oh, my God. If you only could have. Smoke's coming down. T-34 does realize the situation. AT grenades were not thrown for some reason. He had resources for it. T-34 giving chase. All the artillery is now in range. A Command Panther might save them. I don't think so. T-34. Oh, bounce. Come on. Get one piece of artillery. Oh, main gun destroyed. Oh, God damn it. So many opportunities, but totally, absolutely blew it. Alas, sometimes you just walk into a situation and, yeah, it just doesn't pan out. It absolutely doesn't pan out. But, again, right now, got to get up to the axis for holding mid. That's so imperative right now because of the major situation where, well, mid, double VP, keeping up the lead. Now 130 points. We have recon from the Germans overhead. Again, very nice. What is that? Oh, they got elephants, the Jaeger armor. Artillery's coming on, the Panzerwerfer. Panzerwerfer is coming. I'm sorry, that was Katusha. Panzerwerfer trying to hit the Brit. Actually, no, going for the Soviets. Another forward base. Unfortunately, takes out another support unit. Panzer IV moving on in. It is a command Panzer, so a little less effective. But still, it's okay against infantry. Nothing to sneeze at. More fire down. Again, really good use of the fire. This forward base is slowly dying. Probably will die at this rate. Mortar, Vet 3 losing its life. Double B4 on the field. Fires. Direct hit on the Command Panzer IV. Decrewed, not killed. The Soviets might have an opportunity here to steal it. Weird positioning for demos. Not sure why you put it that close to your own base. But yeah, an allied Command Panzer could be really beneficial at keeping your men alive against constant artillery fire. We do have a Cromwell going in. Tigers on the field by 15. Again, he did lose quite a bit of his infantry, but the Tigers may be making up for it, at the very least, by, how do I put this in the kindest way possible, being a big deterrent for the Allies. Be like, oh, you want to push? Can you fight this thing? Double Cromwells can work, but you definitely going to need that support. And I don't think he has the 6-pounder anymore. Half-track did die, so that's good. Looks like he pushed up a little too much. Axis do have artillery. More artillery, because we haven't seen enough of that. LAFH on the field. Recon is overhead. Gets shot down, so the counterattack B4 will have more to deal with. Great. B4 comes in, sort of misses its mark. Artillery from an LEFH coming on in, or Brit artillery. Wait, do they have an LEFH? No, they don't. Okay, so no, it's Brit artillery. Stuka pretty far up, but going in for a long shot. We'll see. Kills the forward base. Is he going for the MG? No, it's coming in. I guess he was expecting the support equipment to be alive, but no, they're dead. Does hit the Firefly, which is a big plus. It gets a lot of veterancy for hitting armor and actually penetrating the armor. Panzerwerfer doesn't kill target. Katusha hitting the infantry. Looks like he will kill one of them, which is crippling for 15 as he's lost a lot of men. Losing everything. Another squad goes down. Having a rough time right there. But Katusha is doing well, though, again, unfortunately, Firefly taking a lot of heat, unfortunately. Famacito is going B4s, which means totally is the one with the Katushas. 15 kills. Very, very good job with those hits. But the Stukas are also doing a very good job. 21 kills, 26 kills, respectively. So right now, it's an artillery fight. And B4s are now killing the Panzer headquarters. Now, again, we already have a upgrade, again, a OKW Panzer IV, the J version on the field. So he already has something. Although it looks like one of the Stukas were neutralized by something. I have no idea where he died. Oh, I'm sorry. It was actually in that position. B4 killed it. I'm sorry. I can't... Wait, did B4 kill it? Yeah, B4 killed it. Good shot. All right. Excellent work there. Anyway, Cromwells are pushing left. Again, opening up the front. Right now, they're in a position where the Axis are doing very well. Open the corridor, could get a quick VP. No mines in the sector. So again, a front barely left defended, thinking the Allies wouldn't push as they'll fight in mid. The Axis already have it. But no, good work by, looks like a double team by Famacito and Criterion. Trying to push on in. Cromwell's again very fast and good against the infantry, so cleaning up the Panzer Grenadiers. Artillery coming in, but the Axis are still looking pretty good. Right now, though, they are somewhat in the upper 50s, I would say. So definitely in a weirder position. Let's see. Allies are kind of like upper 60s, so they do have a lead there. Panzer IV getting out. They can't lose anymore. Axis need to stay in the fight. T-34 trying to go for the kill. Again, that AT Overwatch I was talking about earlier was good work, though Shrek team might stop him. Not enough. Gets the kill on the Panzer IV. And one less thing you have to worry about. It's a good raid by the T-34. It looks like he might be able to get out. We have a strike coming on in there. It is Incendiary on the MG. Removing that from play, allowing maybe Allied forces to push on in. If they had frontline forces, artillery gets a great shot, killing a mortar. Mortar pit's still alive, 19 kills, though it looks like they're trying to kill it. Vickers will stop it in its tracks. Left side, Axis forces pushing on in. Cromwell took a number of hits from that probably Shrek team. Tiger as well looks like is weakened, though help supporting nonetheless. Cromwell trying to assist, but again with that Shrek team right there, he moves up, you're in a really bad state. And with the Axis capturing that a counterattack the Allies tried, unfortunately is just not panning out. Mortar pit, though, right next to a mine, unfortunately, by the Soviet. Not a great position. 6-pounder having trouble penetrating the Tiger. Gets a good hit, but not able to do enough. Anyway, infantry grabbing the left-hand side. We have ourselves a Cromwell still in the fight. Shock troops. AT grenade could be thrown the Tiger. Again, looks like he probably will throw that or not. No, he's not. Bundle grenade thrown. Kills the conscript. Not sure why Femicito didn't throw it. Shock troops, though, in a really bad state. Need to get out of there. I know you're trying to cap it, man, but you can't lose. You have 3 B4s now. What in God's name am I seeing? Okay. Katusha, I mean, coming in pretty close against the LAFH. And it is on counter barrage. Looks like he might be able to neutralize it. He's trying to target it. He's firing, but Katusha's long gone. Again, the LAFH, targeting is, will not track. As you can see, the Katusha's backing on out. It's still hitting that position. Oh, wait. Hold on. Oh, he stopped it. Maybe to not reveal it anymore? Okay. Panther Force looks like did deal with the Cromwell on left. And right now, Tiger very low. Allied forces easily being pushed back on left. And right now, they have a single Cromwell barely alive to hold this front. Not looking great for the Allies. 6-pounder there, holding the line strong. That J, now kills it. Never mind. Double Panther and a Stug pushing in. This side is on the verge of collapse. Allied forces need a tank destroyer. But it looks like all they have is artillery. Axis doing what they should, targeting the mortar pit that's vulnerable and retaking their side. Meanwhile, big Axis push on right, unfortunately meeting heavy resistance by Vickers machine guns. Smoke comes down to help clear it, which should have came a lot sooner, but finally it came in. Puma coming on in, maybe to dive the enemy. Do the Axis have a direct artillery? Okay, they have assault artillery, which will hurt artillery, not kill it. Puma coming on in, but luckily a Zis gun manages to push it back. Although T-34 might kill it. He does. With the Zis gun support, he does kill it. Again, lots of Shrek teams, but very low on health. Pull back before the Brits kill you. They're trying to go for that point again. Luckily, they do retreat, which I'll get up. Barely? Barely retreat? They get out of there in the nick of time. That's all I'm going to say. I'm very surprised they got out of there in the nick of time. Meanwhile, artillery support is hitting the center VP. We have ourselves a Panther moving on in with, again, Smoke trying to keep the point under their control. Really surprised that we haven't seen like a long-range Stuka come on in against these guys. Trilogy, although losing, again, the Vet Stuka now to recruit, that explains why we're not seeing that. Though Assault Artillery would be a good counter to it, as well as Light Artillery Barrage would decrew it. But yeah, also each B4, that's like almost half the guy's army at this point. It's a good portion. So you have to make sure A, you're constantly firing the things, and B, the enemy doesn't counter it. Now luckily the enemy doesn't have direct strike, but they are slowly getting through your lines and easily just killing overall with VPs. Right now we can see here the Axis are in a better state for the most part. I would say probably in the low 60s, which is better than where they were. Allies, though, are slowly coming back. I would kind of put them in the upper 60s still. But still, we'll see what happens. These plays are going to really come into it and see if they can get some kills or not. Sugi coming on in. Very low in getting that. Panzergrenadiers might be able if they focus, but they're trying to kill the remaining men. Sugi hoping clear it. Again, Panzergrenadier is surprisingly good the close range. More medium range I'm surprised by than the short range. That kind of makes sense, but still. Infantry comes on in, takes point. Zisgun trying to figure out what the hell to do. Luckily, good shots on target. Good job with the rockets by Criterion. Stops in its tracks. We got the Churchill, we got Cromwell trying to kill this Panther. Luckily, a T-gun gets the kill, and one less behemoth on the field the Allies have to deal with. Panther coming in to assist. 3 shock troops seems like a waste of manpower. Seems like something that a Stuka could easily kill. But while it's on the field, any infantry in its path needs to worry. And Panzerwerfer almost gets it. Luckily, they keep moving. Let's see right now. Close range Stuka hitting a lot of the armor, and the infantry as well being hit. Although, good demo actually pays off, surprisingly. Artillery support with AT does manage to kill a Panther. Tiger trying to get the hell out of there. B4 kills some infantry. Stuka, though, coming on in to hit the MG. B4 trying to kill the Tiger. Alas, he does escape. They do hurt it a little bit and kill the mortar, so good shots there. Tiger will be out of commission. Stuka needs to get the hell out of there before the T-34 comes on in. Though a lot of allied infantry is very low, though they do have some reserves. Great shots with the AT guns. Don't know if they'll be able to kill it. I don't think so. He's outside the zone. Though the Volk squads will push back the AT gun and allow the munitions to still be held under German command. Cromwell, though, kills the Stuka. Nice win. Again, alas, with that push, they kind of left their front line unguarded for most part on the left. So, yeah, it just kind of came in. That Stuka is surprising with how many pens it's getting against armor. They might be able to get this Firefly, which would be a nice pick. Again, it doesn't make up for losing a Stuka, but it's still a good pick. Now, if he loses the Panther, which he just did from the Zis gun, which has so far killed a lot of vehicles, 2 so far, and up to vet 3. Great work there by it. So, right now it's still even, but I think the Allies will be able to retake mid. Recon's overhead, so far not shot down so they can identify where to hit. Again, surprised we're not seeing the same thing from the Axis perspective. Assault Artillery could absolutely knock out a lot of these Vet 3 B4s. Again, would be fantastic to neutralize. Again, you could do a similar thing with, where are the Katyushas right now? Katyushas are in the back. You could use it there, though that's a little more risky. These units cannot escape, which is why it might be slightly better. British are taking right and actually launching assault in mid as well. Surprising to see. Oh, minesweepers are in effect, but there are some tellers he has to worry about. So, and I don't think the British has minesweepers. Not yet, anyway. The British do not. So, if he pushes up the Cromwell, he could absolutely be neutralized by a handful of teller mines. Luckily, the Centaur is doing good work, killing the Pioneers. No, actually escapes. Panzergrenadiers throw a bundle, forcing the infantry section to retreat. And right now, even though they cleared some of the infantry, they just don't have the men to take left. And the Germans are taking mid with an elephant now that will hit any armor that comes into mid. And yeah, it's going to do exactly that. Cromwell with Shrek teams hitting it, has to pull back, so low on health. And now you're in a situation where what do you do? Well, the Allies still have those B4s, so the Elephant needs to move. Luckily, good artillery support across the entire front, managing to kill a lot of German infantry in their advance, stopping them in their tracks. British artillery now coming down. Again, you still have the Katyusha fire raining. Some German forces are managing to get around, but they aren't really met by too much opposition. Luckily, Suka as well gets a great shot on the support equipment. Conscripts coming on in, luckily, with that Churchill, they should be able to hold the front. Though, again, German artillery is still wrecking. I think they saw the LFH, right? It's decrewed by the Katyusha, so good work there. But alas, it's still operational, so they still have it back up and it's still laying down fire. Shock troops grabbing left. Again, this could be a situation where Grenadiers are like, okay, well, we need a little support. Artillery barrage stopping them and trying to push them off the point. They might go on the edge, but it does save them from losing a VP. Tiger comes on in and command Panzer all miss. They're still missing. I have no idea how they shot. Maybe they're doing like the Matrix, where they're just going back and forth and it's just like pinging around them. That's my guess. That's my honest guess of like what's going on right now. But anyway, no matter what is happening, still they're doing a decent job at retaking left, because the Allies at the very least are getting back those VPs slowly but surely. So again, they're 200 points ahead. But again, if the Allies kind of turn the tide a little bit, we could absolutely see the VP start going against them and hopefully closing that gap. B4 coming down where? Is it against the B4? No, it's going long range against the LFH. Does get a hit. Was it the Vet 3 one? I don't know. Hold on. It was the Vet 3 one that killed it. Another LFH, though, returning fire. Does kill one of the B4s, and the other one looks like is under fire, so I can't expect that one to be operational for too much longer under an LFH's concentrate barrage, which leaves the Vet 3 one, the last one remaining to take out the LFH. Rodney, again, don't have direct strike, using an LFH, and he's using it quite effectively to take that unit out. Meanwhile, we do have infantry guarding mid, so again, putting the Allies back in a situation where they're losing VPs. Zis guns do have support for snipers, so better range. They might be able to hit some of these things, or maybe not. Tiger pushing left outside the ET. They need to turn. Firefly as well, out of position. Cromwell taking a beating. Does die in the back from a sneaky Raketenwerfer. Love it. Unfortunately, though, Raketenwerfer will probably... oh, great shot from the Tiger. Kills the sniper. Criterion in a pickle right now, though he does have a lot of troops on standby, and the Firefly, he still needs to be cautious about how he deals with this. This is losing quite a bit, and that is why it looks like we have SAR artillery coming on. No, is it a SAR artillery? It's a SAR artillery coming on in. He'll need to pull back from this sector. Plane comes down, luckily not hitting anything, though LFH still pounding that area. And with the SAR artillery coming in, the Germans gain a good advantage, pushing infantry in to possibly get a great capture point, which, yeah, will keep the Allies kind of choke pointed in this sector. Because, again, they come in this way. There's this here and this here, which if they position their stuff right, the Axis can take full advantage of and hit. And besides, if they do get hit, they can pull back. Now, unfortunately, it looks like the Axis did, you know, have a major blunder. Had most of their men burned to death and hit by Katyusha fire. So, 15 is down to 1 frontline troop now. So, again, blobbing doesn't get you too far when the enemy has a good assortment of artillery. Although the Allies have also blobbed a bit too and lost a number of units. Churchill and artillery managing to absolutely clobber those Panzer Grenadiers. And it looks like they might be able to go for the kill, which would be a huge win if they could. Elephant killing the support equipment. Great shot. Good reason to. Again, right now, we have Pioneers moving into mid. British trying to take it, but very low. Lots of free Shreks from all the dead men. So that Panzer Grenadier squad could just grab it if it wants to and be like, oh, free upgrades. Or the Grenadier squad can grab the Shrek. That's fine. And yeah, they have the Shrek. Artillery coming in, keeping a small corridor for the Brits and Soviets to advance. They are clumped up, which could allow for a Stuka, which is firing, so I think he's going for it to absolutely wipe a lot of this infantry. We do have sorry, not tax support. Hold on. Suka's coming on in. Does damage with the Werfer. Looks like it's clearing 2 squads very easily. Stu does die, though. Anti-tank Overwatch coming on in, which I mentioned earlier before being cut off. Absolutely pulverizing the German armor, forcing them back. But damage is done. Criterion losing a good chunk of his front line. Yeah, shock troops as well taking quite a bit of damage. Luckily, another Stu does go down. So again, looks like the Axis are losing quite a bit of armor, but the Allies are losing a hell of a lot of their infantry. We have more support coming into mid, which is what exactly? Oh, great. It's concentrated fire operation, which is being done on top of your own... Wait, no. What is... Oh, it's artillery. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to yell at you. That's my bad. I thought it was this, because it's going at the same time. Where the hell is that going? Oh, it's in the back. Okay. My apologies. But yeah, it's artillery drop there. I guess stop the Allies, so that was actually a good play. Now that I know what it was. Elephant under fire. Though it looks like he's going to push up nonetheless. He does have a lot of infantry support, though. Again, he has a couple pioneers and stuff, but that's not a lot. German forces in the back have to now contend with an Su-85 and Zis gun. So, again, moving up to mid. Germans should be okay. Allied forces don't have a lot to bring to the table in terms of armor. They do. Luckily, they still have those AT guns, some of which did die to great Stuka fire. We now have 4 B4s, which is so risky to do, especially when the enemy does have an LFH. And yeah, you can have 4 B4s firing, but if they're recruits that at maximum range, it's very unlikely you're going to hit target. And he has so many B4s back that, well, yeah, he's probably going to get a hit here or there. It looks like he did get something. It's still something you have to contend with. Luckily, it looks like they are hitting a closer target, being the B4 hitting the Elephant. And yeah, they're hitting him quite well, actually. Bring him down to half health. He's still being repaired, though. Stuka does come on in. Looks like the S-25 does lose their repair crew and barely alive. B4 still coming on in. Elephant just kind of brushing it to the side almost. Allies down almost 3-1 in VPs. They need to do something major to turn this tide. Overall population, though, is, I think, siding with the Allies right now. To a 90 and 80, 80 and 60. I would say low 80s is where, maybe upper 70s for the Allies by spitballing. 15 is the weak link for the Axis right now. His Tiger's okay, but his front line is pretty much gone. He has no frontline troops anymore. Katusha coming in, helping clear up some of the other frontline infantry they're contending with. I'm trying to see where the B4s are. Oh, Stuka came in on the left. Or the right, I should say. Artillery barrage trying to push back the AT guns, I have to make the assumption of. I don't know why you're healing on the front. With all the Katyushas and stuff, that's really, really scary. Yeah, I don't know why you're also not pulling these squads back. Molotov burns away Rodney's forces. Anyway, Axis not looking great. And Rodney left. Oh, so you know what? He wasn't moving. I think that was a bug splat. If I have to say, that was probably a bug splat, which is unfortunate for him. Stuka comes on in. Allies seeing the opportunity for men leaving to possibly push forward. Does kill the Tiger, which is going to cripple 15 a bit, because now he only has a Panther they can bring up. Luckily, they're killing a lot of Rodney's men. Meanwhile, pushing on left, there is a Teller mine that will probably kill the Centaur if he moves up a bit more, which, goddamn, I hope he does. I'm just pointing out there, Minesweeper's so imperative, but he doesn't. He actually pulls back. Panther, though, coming on in to help deal with it. Yeah, he can easily deal. There's not much stopping him. I think it's Panther realizing that. Plane crash, all right. Drops smoke. May have actually saved the Centaur by shooting down that plane. Panther going on in. Does kill. Decrew the Centaur. That's still a win if the Allies can repair it and get it back under their command. Axis still holding mid, however, and it's still 4-1 in VPs. Though, again, slowly going toward the Allies now, which is good because they need some hope. I will say that AI in this late is unfortunate. Right now, I would say Rodney was a very crucial player especially with the LAFH, and it would have been better if that was on counter barrage. Why is that guy like, what is going on? That medic is like crawling, but he's going, it's very weird. Anyway, Axis are pushing back with the men they have. Brumbar doing some good work with the Panzer Grenadiers. Elephant's still guarding mid. So, with an AI, it leads more to the allies, but I've absolutely seen games where the Axis absolutely still prevail, or the allies in this situation, even with an AI. It's just takes a lot more work, a hell of a lot more work, but it's absolutely feasible, absolutely possible. Stuka coming on in. Where is he coming in on? Grenade misses. Shock troops might perish though. Stuka comes in, doesn't. May have killed a Katusha actually. Hold on. Maybe that was an older Katusha. But still. Surprise. Assault artillery? Could be used. Something's coming on in. Artillery barrage on the Vet 3-1. And there goes another B4. Hold on. Will it die? Might die here. No. He's fine. I say that, he's probably gonna die. Nope, he's fine. Anyway, Germans are unable to capture left. Cromwell's actually been retaken by the Brits. Surprising. Stuka coming on in. Hitting the MG again. The Stukas have been on point, even if they've been losing them. Oh, now he's going 3. Yeah, this is absolutely an arty war. I can clearly state this has been an arty war. So, good job there. Pioneers and now Grenade going down. Brumbar hitting the infantry section. British infantry holding the fuel. MG hitting all this stuff. Does get the AI's forces repairing for some dumb reason. I don't know why you're repairing that. Again, unfortunately, Rodney loses quite a bit, but Trilogy still has... Again, this is where you use the manpower to start taking stuff. Like, mid is open. Or right, assault artillery, not a bad idea if you had a front line force to push up with, but you don't. So it's kind of just hitting stuff and then eventually it comes back. So again, not sure what the goal is there. Armor is kind of pushing on in. Could hit the half track right now. Hold on. Good hit. Sort of misses.
An engineer unit is ready for action.
Great shot. And yeah, most of their forces we push back. Again, we have a small Axis push on left. Why they took it at AT gun, I have no idea. Maybe it was misclick. Anyway, the other AT guns pull back, and the Brumbar does manage to escape. Stuka dropping fire, though does hit the mortar pit, which is unfortunate. And right now, I feel like the Axis are at a disadvantage right now from the AI. I honestly think if Rodney was here, this game would be very different. AT Overwatch coming on in, which will hurt the armor quite a bit, but Criterion's still losing his infantry. Like, he lost 2 squads. He still has decent amount of manpower, but still, that's 2 squads he lost. That's kind of a bigger deal. Tellermine looks like it was either destroyed or busted or something. The only one left is on the right. Firefly hitting the Elephant. Elephant doesn't seem to care. Gonna return fire, I think. Yep, barely alive, I might add. If only hit another shot. Luckily, AT Overwatch is gonna hit it a bit more and force it back. S-25 pushing back the Brumbar. Does kill it. Stuka's in formation. Dodging B4 shots left and right. It's like, hurry, Fritz, drive! We're under heavy bombardment. It's a B-fall. They never hit. The Tiger is... Oh, the Brumbar is dead. They hit something. They really want that carcass dead. My God. All right. But yeah, this is the problem right now. 27 as well. What are you doing with that manpower? Like, my God. Like, they don't have to hold the points for too much longer. Allies are bringing it down quite a bit. They're now 3-1, which is a positive. The Axis are still giving it their all. So I give credit. Tiger Tank's now coming back over, so 15 was able to get that back up. But he's still healing. Luckily, AI helping with that, so that's good. Although it looks like on the far right, Killface did manage to clear his side. And he does have a good fighting force, so he may try to retake mid and the munitions. Tiger, not sure what it's doing. Most likely this is a holding action until something additional comes up, which makes sense. B4's coming on in, hitting this area. It looks like overall everything's relatively fine. B4 kills it, come on. Aw, damn it. You have 5 B4s now, Jesus Christ. You're so lucky you're versing an AI, because if this was like a normal game, like, those would be targeted so easily. And it's not, they 8 kills, 11-6, and they have a decent amount of kills. Nothing too major. But they're not like the Suka with 32 kills. I think it's outpaced. They're definitely killing and hurting armor. Katusha killing another squad. Very good job there. Kills the Panzer headquarters. Luckily does get the Yag Tiger out in the nick of time. Otherwise, you know, you would need something else. But yeah, Yag Tiger's on the field, and that will absolutely help so long as the armor is protected. Elephant, Tiger, and Yag Tiger on the field. If the Axis combine their forces and do some smart moves, like they are doing right now at the Brumbar, clearing out the infantry, I think they have a shot. They just need to be very defensive oriented and make sure they can beat the enemy and push up. Now, luckily, they are handicapping themselves with these B4s. Again, that's half an army gone, and with only shock troops, it's like, yeah, okay, sure, that's up front. Really, oh, I thought I was going to hit the plane. Armor forces moving up the elephant, so it looks like it is a massive assault. No minesweepers. Any Soviet mines? Oh, God, you can hit the Teller mine? No, so far okay, but he's on top of it. Again, always try to keep an eye on that stuff. Again, needs an AT gun, but might be able to pick it up with the Zis. Artillery does hit the Yag Tiger, so that's good. Oh, the great rocket strafe on the Panther. Elephant hitting the Centaur. Come on, man, hit the Firefly. Luckily, Firefly... Oh, smoke drop to stop that Firefly from hitting him. Good idea. Light artillery brush coming on in. He has to move up closer. But alas, they need more AT support. Elephant, what are you doing? AVRE, I'm sorry, hits the Tiger, but the smoke might stop direct shot. But Firefly, I think, ground fires to hit him. Elephant now by itself with a lot of allied forces in the region. Again, I don't see this as a problem with having an AI. I see this as a bad idea. That Elephant, you need additional AT, or you needed a Shrek team, or you needed a good strafe there by the AT strafe. We'll give him that, but it's too close to air support. But or the Suka AT strafe. But still, it's one of those things where it's like, how do I put this in a nice way possible? All the P4s firing, the Elephant's outside the zone. You need more AT to help guard the Tiger. Again, great shot. This would be a great strafing area. They are repairing it, and it looks like additional Soviet support's coming in. Push back the Elephant. This is where you run. Smoke coming in. Again, love how... Is that... Who's trying... The AI is actually dropping the smoke in. AI is actually helping his team there. I'm trying to give him a fighting chance. An AT gun would help keep the tank destroyers back as well. Luckily, they bounce. Elephant might be able to escape that. But again, the Tiger did perish, which threw out 15's combat capabilities quite a bit. Again, middle's being controlled. But they actually, you know what? They need the Yag Tiger on that side. Trilogy need to go support them. Now there's way too many tank destroyers, and I don't think the Yag Tiger's in a great... Well, actually, no. Yag Tiger can kill that if the Volk Squad's focused. Now he's turning. Volk Squad, a perfect opportunity for a hit Faust combo, but nope, we don't see it. We don't get it. Man, AI loves that smoke. Anyway, Firefly going on in, trying to hit the... well, Elephant. Elephant, though, being repaired, might be able to kill it. Rear armor. Come on, take the shot. Pulls back, unable to. Shock troops clear the Panzergrenadier squad. And right now, they're in an unfortunate situation. While they have mid, I don't think they're going to hold left for too much longer. Katusha coming in the sector. Stuka coming in on the shock troops. Not detonating the mine, which I'm surprised. I don't think it detonated the mine. It did not. Does kill the shock troops. Good hit. Katusha almost hitting the Volk squads. Does hit them and absolutely kills them. And the squad is pushing left. Again, good work there. Suka's still, all three are alive, but right now it's a VP game, and alas, the Axis do not have the men anymore to grab the point. I think they would have if Rodney was in there. It definitely would have been a fair shake, but it's unfortunately not the case. And again, with the B-Force kind of stopping the tank destroyers, even though they're further back, and kind of, I would say missing a lot of the shots, they're still doing some work. Again, compared to the Stuka, these B4s are just not getting those high kill counts. Because again, the Stukas have 34 kills, 14, 12, and I think the best one is, what, 11? Yeah. They haven't even killed a vehicle with that one. B4 pushing back the shock troops. Again, AI doing a hard right turn against Churchill with a Stug, not likely to win. British infantry trying to hold the sector and try to deal with the AI. Panzer IV coming into mid. Again, 15 needs something. He's like, I'm going to throw whatever I can. AT grenade hits him, but not enough damage to pen the engine. B4 trying to hit the Yag Tiger. This could be big if he hits the repair crew. But, oh, hits the Stuka. All right, there we go. But it's just kind of missing everything else. And overall, they're doing okay. But again, it's just a situation where, yeah, that was a lucky B4 shot. I think it was hitting the Yag Tiger and accidentally hit it. Big armor push, though, pushing on left. Looks like this might be the final major push by 27. It could be enough. Criterion has to hold the line. He has a couple men, Fireflies included, to hold back. Brumbar charging straight in. This is where the infantry should be to screen, and as well with AT gun. He stole the 6-pounder. Bring that sucker up. But Fireflies crippled the Brumbar. Poorly done with that assault. Really need the infantry to clear. And then, why are you grouping up? This is, oh no, where's the AVRE? Where's that blasted AVRE? Oh, it's repairing. Okay. They're helping clear the infantry. We got full Mother Russia and fire coming into play. Germans trying to take mid, but I don't think they're going to do it. Left is now under assault, but again, the Soviets are there. They need additional support. While these Pioneers retreated, I have no idea. They just capture the point. Firefly might not be able to handle this, but double S285 and an AVRE possibly coming to a mix, they'll be fine. Panther dead, leaving the Elephant, the last one standing. AT grenades will probably be thrown, crippling it and killing. Oh, no, actually not. Nope, double S285 still hitting it. Again, still have to watch out. He does not have the munitions for it. Before it does hit it, Knockout's main gun. Great shot there with the double S285s. We almost kill it. I'll give credit, it's actually living. Yeah, I love how he holds fire. Dude, your main gun's offline. Panzer IV killing it. Good work there. Again, last push in mid. Trying to take it. But, anyway, unfortunately, it looks like it's a situation where even though they're gonna, they tried, they're not gonna be able to take mid. It's unfortunate, but they're just not gonna be able to. Allies, again, solid defensive work. And again, even though the Axis had better tanks, they played to their strengths, used tank destroyers, had good infantry, and again, did a good hold. All the Fireflies lived. Criterion lost some men, but he used it for screens as last-ditch effort for AT Overwatch or other units. 6-pounder holding back the tank destroyers, but I think they're trying to chase down the Elephant. They don't care, which is really bad idea. But it doesn't matter. They surrender, and that is game. Overall, if I switch over to After Action Report, let's look to see how everyone did. And again, I do want to give a special shout out to the person who submitted this in, Criterion. Thank you, Criterion, for submitting this in. May not look right now, but again, thank you so much, Criterion, for submitting this in. Truly, very kind of you, good sir. Now, let's look into his details. We can see 27 got top damage, while top kills with the Rodney. This only reinforces the fact that I truly think if Rodney was still in this game, with his LFH and stuff, this game would have probably went differently. I would not say it would be an allied defeat, but it's a 50-50 shot, I would say. Meanwhile, Criterion also has top damage, 117 kills, which is hilarious, very nice. And top kills go to Famacito. Assuming Famacito is from No, he had B4s in his shock troops, right? 69 kills. I can't think of a better way to, close out a meme. They got a number of kills. But remember, he did deploy a lot of B4s to get that. He made 6 of them. And if you compare that to the Stukas by Trilogy, even though he didn't get top kills, did they get more kills? They got almost twice the number of kills. But to be fair as well, he did deploy a lot of Stukas, 6 Stukas in total. So, again, take your pick, but Stukas were performing better in that way. Now, overall, again, HMS Rodney, let's see what his best thing was. I'm assuming it's just his infantry. No, the artillery, 79 kills. And again, he recruited quite a bit. I think he made 2. So there's that. Let's see here. No, he made 3. I'm sorry, he made 3. But no, good job there. Scout car shooting down all sorts of planes. Criterion, what was your best unit? Let's see. Firefly, 30,000 damage. Solid defensive work. The Centaur also shot down a lot of planes. But great job there. Great holding the line. Again, great push on your end. You lost some infantry, but overall, I think everyone here played well. And again, worthy of a 4K replay. So glad to be able to get this finally going again. Jesus, it's been so long. I know it doesn't seem like much, but there's a lot of work that goes into recording in 4K, and I'm glad to be able to do it. But in any capacity, thank you guys so much for watching. This has been Greyshot17, asking you kindly if you could support the channel, hit that like button, subscribe, whatever you want to do. But any support is greatly appreciated, and hopefully I'll see all of you next time. Alright, before you guys go, I want to give a special shout out to Patreon supporters Joey G240, Milam, Aphyria, Ace, PyroShark, Tony B95, Epic Pleb, Fall of Man 7943, XSomeToolx, and Netkuba. Thank you all for your incredible support. You guys rock. This has been Greyshot17, and I'll see all of you next time.